Well, I'm down here at Almond Park, and I'm just off for a wee bike ride up through Craigshill. Every now and again I get asked by one of my viewers who's maybe lived in Livingston, when they were young, in Livingston's early days, and I had a wee request from a guy who says that he lived in Livingston between the early 1960s up to about the early 1980s, and he lived in between Melbourne Street and Craigshill and Craigswood, and he asked me to see if I could take a wee tour around those streets and the walks in Craigshill and make connection with Houston Industrial Estate. So I've been having a think about this. Craigshill, the district of Craigshill, is built up in kind of 4 different districts. There's Craigshill West, Craigshill East, Almond West and Almond East. And each of these little sub-districts, the streets are named in themes. The walks are the streets in Almond West, and the streets are the streets in Craigshill West. So I'm down in Almond Park and I'm going to head up through the walks. The walks were all named after Scottish lochs. So kind of straight in front of us there, I think we've got Tay Walk. We'll have a wee look at it as we go. I'm going to try and work a zigzag through the wee paths and what have you. Most of my rides are made riding the main paths, just to show the connections that the main paths make. But today I'm going to do it a wee bit differently. Do a wee kind of zigzag through the wee connecting paths that zigzag up through the various streets. So we're going to go down around Almond West first, around the streets named after Scottish lochs, work our way up to the streets which are all named after Australian towns or locations. It's Australian towns. Ooh, a climb. If I'd thought this out a bit better, I might have started at the top of the hill and worked my way down. However, these streets in Livingston, they're not laid out in linear fashion, as we'll hopefully see. They're kind of courtyard designs. So I've got Ranach Walk on the right, Tay Walk on the left. Here's one of the wee courtyards, Ranach Walk. Not sure if I'm going through the street there. I think actually I'll go along the back. Oh no, I think I know this one. So I kind of go along here. Find our way through the underpass. There's the underpass. I think this is Livi Walk. my memory serves me well, I need to really look up the map to check it. I think this on my right is Torridon Walk. Coming along here, this is one of the main paths, Almond Bank Path. I'm going to turn up Almond Bank Path. Over to my right is Almond East. I'm sticking to Almond West and Craigshill West. I can follow this path up, I'll follow it up to the Mall. The Mall being the shopping centre for Craigshill. It's Scotland's first covered shopping mall. And this is where all the an adaptive trike. No, it's a wheelchair bike. You alright? You're getting awful close there.
I know.
Is that the bike library's one? No, it's your own.
No, this is school ones.
I'm one of the mechanics at the bike library. I maintain one of these. It's good fun, eh? Yeah, that was an interesting thing. So we've got the Almond Bank Centre, and just in front of me there's the Tower pub. There's a couple of pieces of 60s brutalist architecture here. That's one of the ones, these were built in the 60s, all the architectural rage was this brutalist concrete designs. The other remaining brutalist concrete design other than some of the housing here. That's Shield Walk on the left. There's St Andrew's RC Church, which will come up on fairly soon. So that's my viewer would probably have known Riverbank Primary School, which is what's on the left here, coming along the Mall path. Over there to my right, up there is St Andrew's RC Church. It's a curving concrete spire, I guess. I'm going to go down to the and over there to my right is Craig's Farm Community Hub. Craigshill takes its name from two farms, Nether Craig Farm and Over Craig Farm. One of these farms would have been up the hill, one of them would have been down the hill. I think Nether is down and Over is up. And now we're coming in past Doon Walk, or into Doon Walk. You see this wee courtyard area. I can't remember where I was planning to go here now. As I say, I'm just sagging around these places. I think it's great that these streets, Livi Walk on the left, these wee streets were planned around these courtyards and play park areas. Back in the 60s, this was probably utopia to a lot of the people who were coming here, possibly from places that, from city centres post-war. And I'm back down to Tay Walk. This isn't as far as I meant to come. Back round up this way. Try and remember where I was going. It's back where I was, back where I started. I don't think I meant to come this far down. So I'm going to go back up again. This is where I meant to go. This is a case of lost in Livi, potentially very lost in Livi. Passing along by Broom Walk to my left. And I don't think it is, or maybe not, I'll be correct. There's an underpass I'm heading for. I feel like this is the underpass I'm heading for. Yeah, if only I'd realised that there was no... Right, I'm going for it, but sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. It's the way out here. I see it. I think that's a dead end. See, even lost in Livi can be lost in Livi. I know where I'm meaning to get to. It's a dead end to the left.
Are you lost?
I kind of, but I know where I am.
I thought you were looking for somewhere in particular.
No.
I've seen you give me the other one.
It's just easy to find you. It's easy to get lost up here. Aye. Thanks. Right, I now know where I am. So you take a wrong turning in Livi, you do get lost in Livi. I'm quite fortunate to have a pretty decent sense of direction. And now we're up at Craigs Park. A wee mini jump track, whatever you call them. Probably not a good idea to be riding over the grass here. And over there, the Craigs Farm Community Hub. This is the other side of Craigs Farm Community Hub. We went down the path from that before. cafe. See that the cafe's open. Come down here, we've got Riverside Primary School straight ahead of us. And some folk wouldn't like that. We'd call that graffiti. I think that's great street art. And there, over there is the other bit of brutalist concrete architecture of the 60s. Wee bit overgrown with trees now. Right, I'm gonna go in here and see if I can find a wee space to park my bike, lock it. Hiya.
And don't forget about security guys coming.
I can get it.
We'll go down to the cafe. You can leave your bike out the back if you want.
Can I? I'll lock it up out there as well.
Then
Oh,
at
that's
least you
great.
can see it when you buy
Yeah.
stuff at the cafe. We bring our e-bikes up
Right.
and sit out there with them. So
Ah well, I'll do that. Oh, I can get around this way.
you can get right through. So
Aye.
that's how we know.
There's no how to lock it up. So I've had a very nice, freshly cooked, freshly fried or whatever they do, plate of chips at Craig's Farm Community Hub Cafe. And a mug of tea. Very pleasant. So now I just want to try and work out where I'm going. Lost in Livi indeed, eh? So hopefully the audio recorder's picking this audio up a wee bit better this time. So I've done the walks, all named after Scottish lochs, and what I'm going to record now is a wee zigzag, a similar kind of zigzag through the streets of Craigshill West, all of which are named after Australian towns. So I'm on the Mall path and I'm going to turn off up to my right here. And as I said before, the streets are not laid out in linear fashion. They're more courtyardy style. I think this is Victoria Street. Yes, this is Victoria Street. And I appreciate I'm not actually using the path. There's a path circles all the way around the back of this and then comes up to Melbourne Street. What I'm going to try and do is cut to the left here, see if I can join that path. Wanted a couple of wee steps there. So this is the back of Victoria Street, and off to my left up there is Inglewood Street. And straight ahead of me, after a wee zigzag through the underpass, is Catherine Street to the right and Melbourne Street to the left. And a wee bit further up the hill is Onslow Street. So let's go down, do Catherine Street first. There was a serious fire here. I'm trying to think how long ago it was, a couple of years. I believe it was due to somebody setting light to a bin, as a result of which several families were rendered homeless, and the community gathered round big style to come and help them out. So I'll go up this way, try to avoid the broken glass. And now I'm going between Catherine Street on my left and Melbourne Street on my right. And this is the street that the viewer who asked me to do this wee ride says he lived in, probably from his earlier years, I would think, or certainly his earlier years in Livingston. In his comment to me when he said that if I did this ride, he said it would bring him to tears. So I'd better make the most of my zigzag through Melbourne Street. Is round the, it's not really the backs of the houses, there's just these wee, they're all little rows of houses. Which you can see as I'm going past them. And again, little courtyard type development. And there we've got the play park. I'll take a wee zigzag here and go around along Darwin Street. Now we'll get out this way, or we should have gone to the left. And I'm trying to think what streets I'm going through here. Find out soon enough. Fremantle Street. That's to my right. Looks like I'm stuck with this. So that's how it takes me from Craigshill West into Craigshill East. And I'll need to find my way back into Craigshill West to carry on into Onslow Street, I think. There's Craigshill West over there. Go along here. Alright, cheers. I know where I am. It's Grange Path going off up to the right. That'll lead up to Houston Industrial Estate. And this path here takes me along the back of Canberra Street. So I wasn't actually into East Craigshill, or Craigshill East. That's the other side of Grange Road, Grange Path. These underpasses are taking me under Craigshill West District Road. So I'm not really lost. Just a wee bit confused. And this is Darwin Street to the left. So it's a bit of a zigzag along through Darwin Street. Up to the wee area, and here's Onslow Street, and I will carry on up Onslow Street. And this path will take me up to Craig's Farm. Not Craig's Farm, Craig's Farm is where I stopped for lunch. This path will take me up to Craigswood. A little bit steep. That woodland is known as Craigswood, and this path takes me up to a wee housing development named Craigswood. And it's just directly opposite Craigswood Sports Centre. Hello. Tough climb for an old biddy. And I'm just going to take myself through the houses that are Craigswood. And my viewer, possibly a subscriber, my viewer told me that between, I think it was 1964 and 1984, he lived between Melbourne Street and Craigswood. And this is Craigswood now that we're just riding through. Livingston is directly under the flight path for Edinburgh Airport. And this is Craigswood Sports Centre. And there's paths either side of Craigswood Sports Centre by the football pitches that lead into Houston Industrial Estate.